It is that time. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. 7 o'clock came so fast today. I don't know about you guys, but it snuck up on me. For sure. Ah, you darling. Well, thank you. I felt like mixing it up because I usually just wear my daily driver lip color because I'm going to be sipping through the whole time. So this is an old classic. This is Russian Red, the MAC lipstick. It's one of the few like traditional lipsticks that I have since I switched to the liquid. Because everything melts, so I don't want it to melt. I know, and it's not Ruby Woo. Ruby Woo, I don't know if that like puts me on a list or not, but Russian Red always worked for me. So, darling. Welcome everyone. Maz, thanks for joining. Glad you're able to come hang out and have a little spin and sip with us in the lounge. Chill time. Jay, you see Jen on the table? Oh, what gave her shape away? She's got those angles. You know, that sexy glass rectangle body. Ooh, so fine. Yeah, I'm trying to avoid my favorite, but I felt like this one was necessary. So we are doing a gin focused spirit. Another easy one, not a 3 to 3 to 3 like the Negroni. I think, was that last week? God, I can't even remember what we were sipping on last week. I think it was. Maybe. No, we did something. What did we do last week? Did we do a... I'll have to look. It's now, I'm like blanking because I'm like, that was the week before when we did Typo Negative. So maybe my head, I'm telling you, exploding. Lydia, Russian Red was Madonna's red lipstick back in the day. Fun fact. Back when Viva Glam meant something to all of us. Ninja, good evening. Welcome in. We're talking about gin and how I'm a little bit on the typical side. Playing favorites. It didn't mean to go that way. It just kind of happened. It just so happened. Because we did we did mules. That's right. Okay. I'm coming back. It's all coming back to me. We did the Negroni and then we did the Moscow Mule. Oh my God, now I'm wearing Russian Red. All right. Well, for the second half of the stream, I guess we just have to talk about like Black Widow and Red Guardian. Just to round it out, comrade. Jay, what did we do? Where are we? What is the time? Friendo, I don't even know. I'm still like spaced out that this is the last day of April. This month is over. But that means that I have lasted a full month with stream. I guess not technically to the day, but I started pretty early in April because WonderCon was the end of March. And then it was like 3 days after I got back that it was the first stream. So it's almost been a full month of streaming and I haven't had any cancellations or wuss out on anything because I'm like, I'm too tired, I'm sleepy, I got too lazy. But I was tempted. Oh, friends, I was tempted today because I just didn't sleep last night. Like, you know when you get just like that like lay down time, but it's not like sleep time? That's what I had. I had like 6 hours of lay down time. And I paid for it. I paid for it today. Just a day of craziness. Today is also my dad's birthday. So, feliz cumpleaños. And gonna do something this weekend. So I was chatting with him a little bit today, and he's like, "Yeah, it's a Thursday night. This isn't the night for like fun times." I was like, "Well, we'll celebrate. We'll do something." Dragon clap, haven't missed a day. Thank you. When you never hit the REM. Man, it's not losing my religion, it's losing my sleep because I need that REM mode sleep At least just a sweet hour. Just give me a sweet, sweet hour of that good honk shoe. Then I'll be great. Ninja, you have 6 hours of lay down time every night, maybe 1 hour of sleep. Oh, man. Oh, but you know what I'm talking about then. That's like, it's so frustrating. Or when I wake up 5 minutes before my alarm goes off, I want to fight myself. I get so angry because I'm like, you know what? Those 5 minutes, that could have been that little extra boost. Forget the power nap. If I just collected on those sleep times, then before that stupid default iPhone sound just in my ear, I could have been fine. But we all know I would not have been fine. I would have still been sleepy. Because I'm kind of an EP person. The lay down time is better than nothing, but still not great. 100%. Someone was talking about kind of literally what we're talking about right now, and rest versus sleep, which is the lay down time, and just calming your brain, even if you're not sleeping, just to have a little bit of to put it in computer terms, because we're all a bunch of screens. Sleep, closing the laptop, is the lay down time. Shutdown is the sleep, and I need a good shutdown. Don't even boot me in safe mode. Just let me free fall, completely power off. That's what I want. Man. Well, I hope that all of you get some good sleep. Solid hours. If not tonight, then maybe this weekend. I mean, having a little nightcap can sometimes help. Usually I'll read. I've got a couple books that have been on the rotation lately that are a nightstand standby. But then I end up, the brain starts working too hard. I need to read an instruction manual for something that's just impossibly boring, because I can't pick up a graphic novel or something that I actually want to read and expect to go to sleep. It just doesn't happen. Ninja, your body never allows any alarm to wake you up. So you gradually over the years just keep waking up earlier and earlier? No. So what is the cutoff point then? If you keep waking up earlier, if early is 8 a.m. and then it becomes 7 a.m., 6 a.m., do you start just shifting to nocturnal? When does it end? Are you going full bat mode? Ugh, that would make me crazy. A part of me thinks that I could do a third shift or graveyard, just because I am nocturnal, and that's why it's hard for me to wind down at night. But then I think about the logistics of the other side, and I feel like I would be miserable, and I feel like I would miss things being closed, and when you are up when almost everybody else is, then you're also dragging. But I'm well, I'm dragging right now. I barely, I didn't even change my pants. You guys can't see them, but I didn't even change my pants. I rolled out of bed and I was all right, we're gonna get ready from the waist up. Here we go. But it's all about being comfortable, right? That is what the lounge is for. So everyone that is shuffling in, hanging out, welcome. This is a chill space. This is a chill place. We're here to talk about drinks. We're here to talk about music. And there was actually some music related stuff. For those of you that follow me on Instagram, I put it in my story in a very excited post. But a band that is very near and dear to me is doing a re-release of one of their albums that has not been on vinyl since 2006, which is, dare I do the math, 20 years ago. Oh, wow. Does not seem like it's that long, but I feel like just when you're in kid mode, time just operates differently. And then once you start, I feel once you start working, that's the first shift. And then when you get the first real job that's like, okay, I've got to pay bills with this, versus like, oh, I want to make some fun money and work at the mall. I worked at the mall. And you just like have that shift, and then it's like, oh, okay, I have a schedule. I've got to do XYZ now. And it's like, oh, this is how the time starts to speed up on you. Ninja, right now you have to wake up at 3 a.m. even though you don't need to be up at 4:30 a.m. What are you doing at 4:30 a.m.? Oh my God. Just reading that puts me in a state of I just want to weep. I want to curl up and I want to weep. I could not imagine. Some days I don't even go to bed until 3. More often than I'd like to admit. Because like that's the prime time when I have like the uninterrupted time. I'm like, oh, do I want to get lost in a video game or show? And I've met all of my obligations. Everything is done. And it's like, well, instead of sleeping, I could just binge 3 hours of whatever show. I'm like, yep, that does it. So you just work super, super early. Is that what they call first shift? Technically, when you have like so is it like a 5 a.m. start time? Or do you have like a long commute? I don't know if you are remote and you're catching like different time zones, or if you're commuting. But, oof, I've never had a job that started earlier than 8. Oof, you start at 5. Yeah, I could not do it. But the advantage is that you get done at like, what, 2? That be? Yeah. From like a 5 to 2 instead of a 9 to 5. Which is nice, because then you still have time to do stuff that is also office hour time frame. Because I always hated that. I'm like, I don't want to go to the doctor. It's like, oh yeah, you cut off your leg. And I'm like, I'm not using PTO for this. Absolutely not. I've got cons to go to. Let me work. I'll come in earlier, which I have done. Not 5 a.m. early. But I've gone in early just to like get off work at like 4 for a doctor's appointment at like 4:30. Madness. Pure madness. And people are like, oh, well, you have like PSL. And I'm like, yeah, and I use that to go to cons. Because I'm sick of this nonsense, and I'd rather be hanging out with my friends in costume. Sue me. That's where I'd rather be. So right now, I have the next con that's coming up will be Phoenix, which is nice because I don't have to travel out of state for that. But already, I'm like, I'm barely gonna have any time to do this. I can't do anything else. Oh, why is it like this, you guys? Why is it like this? Just pure nightmare. But back to the good news. So in vinyl news, that album will be coming out the 20th anniversary of December Underground. For those that are familiar and are AFI fans, this was such like a huge album for them, and like revisiting it now, it hits so different. Because I mean, like, I was the little squirt when it came out the first time, or not the first time, but just when it came out, and like how that was just such a shift from kind of like where their albums had been and even where they are now. And they're all so different, and I absolutely love their complete discography of music. But there was something about that album. I have a lot of memories attached to it too. And again, like, I think like being so young and like discovering things that are like what you really, really like that are new, because up until then, and like until about like that time period, everything that I liked was, I mean, still what I like. It's like 80s music and stuff that, you know, came out decades ago, with a little bit of new stuff mixed in. But I think it really like ticked all of those boxes and had some great visuals. All of the videos for that era were amazing. So they came out with 2 versions. They had like a special edition box set, which of course had beautiful vinyl, but everything was inverted. So the album cover is predominantly white with 3 black rabbits. on the front. And then the other special edition is inverted, which is cool. But I was like, I want just that original version, like as it came out. So I did not get the special edition. Welcome, Angelo. Yes, we are talking about AFI right now, and the 20th anniversary vinyl edition of December Underground that is going to be coming out soon this summer. But I did the pre-order, so it is in the books. It's on the way. And the other vinyl news that is coming. Also, thanks for chatting for the first time. Please yap as much as you'd like. I love having you here. The second vinyl was actually a gift that is going to be coming soon. And this one, it will probably be our first soundtrack album that we will talk about. And soundtracks are usually not really what I had in mind when I was thinking of the stream, just because I did want to focus on like albums. But when it comes to like a completely composed, I guess like a score versus a soundtrack, unless all of the songs on the soundtrack are specific for the movie and new for the movie versus like a compilation, if that makes sense. So in short, it is the Tron Ares soundtrack / score that Nine Inch Nails did. Haven't seen the movie, probably won't see the movie, but I know that soundtrack is gonna be fire, because of course it would be. Of course. Angela, I met you at Free Comic Book Day like 10 years ago in Phoenix, and somehow you look younger now. It's the gin. The gin preserves. It's nature's embalming fluid. Now this is about to turn into Death Becomes Her. Terrifying. And also goals. Well, thank you so much. Also, like, casual information to drop in. That's so cool. Thanks so much for following and sticking around. And here I am now. And it's almost Free Comic Book Day. What, this weekend? Yeah? It's crazy. Yes, it is so good. You didn't see the movie either, but the soundtrack is amazing. Oh, so you've listened already, so you know. I mean, I heard just the main, I guess, like a title score, I guess, is what you would say, that they use for like all the trailers, and it did have some lyrics to it too, so I wouldn't call it necessarily a score, but fire. Absolute fire. And Maz, yep, Saturday is Free Comic Book Day. So yeah, we might be like 10 years to the day. Crazy. It's gonna be fun. We're coming up on Free Comic Book Day, one of my friends' birthdays, and May the 4th, I think falls on Monday, I believe. Wait, Lydia, there's a Pixel Grip, I cannot talk today, Pixel Grip remix on the soundtrack. Okay, then I made absolutely, this is the right call. This is next, or depending on when it gets here, but it should get here pretty soon. That is what we're going to be spinning. Absolutely. Yes, it's called As Alive As You Need Me to Be. Thank you. Oh, so good. Every time I'm like, oh, I don't want to see Jared Leto's stupid face, but I want to hear this song. So I just like turn it up every time. Like that would be the one time when ads would come on for like YouTube or something, and I would actually like not close out or mute the ad just so I could hear the music. And it is a double disc on white vinyl. Beautiful. So that's going to be coming, and yeah, I think that was it for music news. So that was one thing I wanted to mention, and the other, I'm doing a quick recap of all of the albums that we've done so far, and we'll definitely do our drinks first, but since we're talking about music, I think this is the first stream with an original album, like an older album. Everything else has been pretty modern, I'd say, from the last like 10 years or so. Like first printing that I picked up a couple years ago or in recent memory. But tonight we are going to be playing something from 1981. It is an original press, and it's in pretty good condition. So I'm very excited to play this one. It's Morbin time. It might be Morbin time with your sleep schedule and the almost like nocturnal vibes with a cocktail. Then yes, it's Morbin time. 100%. I still think about that. Like, I can't imagine working at Sony and like not knowing that like people are making fun of you and they're like, oh, we need to do this. Bring it back to the theaters like now. People, they can't get enough of this. And then it just flopped so hard. Again, the second time. Oh my God. I laughed for quite some time when those were making their rounds and like pictures of like empty theaters. It was like someone that was like slipping on ice and trying to get up and then like immediately stumbling again. That was what it felt like, just perpetually in marketing real time for Sony. And I'm like, geez, I'm glad you guys have the Spider-Verse, so you have that, but all these other movies, like, whew. It's like, well, if you don't like Morbius, we've got Craven. If that's not your style, don't worry, we've got Madam Web. And I'm like, okay, that's great. That's great. It's like you almost feel like pity. It's like complimenting like a kid's like macaroni art, like it should be in the Louvre. Like, yeah, you did. You made that. Good job. Good job. Okay, away you go now. Oh my God, Mademoiselle Craven. Craven Le Last Hunt. Oh my God. I still can't believe that like Craven got a movie. Really, that any of these got a movie before like Spider-Woman, like Jessica Drew wasn't on anybody's radar first, but I'm also glad because I don't want to see her destroyed. Like Craven, realistically, let's be all the way real, has one good storyline. He's got one. And they blew it. So now it's just kind of like, okay, the only people that are going to see this are people that are like really into Aaron Taylor Johnson. It's like, oh, we like him, so we're gonna go see it. But everybody else is like, huh? Why? Okay. Jay, it's pretty much the same sort of embarrassment that I hope AI companies feel nowadays, but I know they don't. Listen. They will, and I do love when it happens. I think there was a lawsuit that actually folded back on them recently that was like about like copyright and how they were getting upset that their aka scraped and stolen artwork from humans was getting put back into another like AI machine. So it's just like this weird like robots feeding like Soylent Green to each other, and they lost, so that was great and funny. And I think some other companies like have pulled out from like either OpenAI or one of those big ones, so they have had a couple that have fallen flat, which I just am like in the box seats. Yep, that's great, more of it, let's keep that energy up. And yeah, Angela, they fired all the Marvel designers. That also pissed me off. Did you guys see Evangeline Lilly's call out? She played Wasp, Hope Wasp, in, all Ant-Man and such, and just kind of wrote them the riot act. And I'm like, all right. That was very Janet behavior of you, Hope. But I like it. Maz, you stole my prompt. And it's just the, two Spider-Man pointing at each other. Not even three, just the two. Because it's just a back and forth of like, oh no, somebody plagiarized my plagiarism machine. Oh no, how could this happen? Oh boy. It's a crazy world. Every day I do wake up to like a new story that I never thought that I would see. And I'm like, I want to be fascinated from like a very detached, like alien way, which is my nature. But then there's a part of me that crumbles when I realize I have to live here on this planet with all of this happening, boo, tomato, tomato, tomato. I'm done. Some Ouroboros behavior. Nesto, you are so right. I would just do, that's just, this is snake eating tail. Here we go. That's it. Just pure nonsense. And it is only a matter of time before it all just collapses. Like at the end of the day, it's like you do realize that the world or like environment that you're building is going to be like robots talking to robots. And you want to like put all of this push on like, oh, authenticity and efficiency. And it's like you do realize that can't happen. You can be efficient with humans. You can do it. It's just called you don't want to because you don't want to pay them. So you get the robots to do it and you're like, well, we can't be as authentic as we want because the AI will forget the other prompts that, you know, we fed it X amount of chats ago. Every time I go to a customer service thing and I get a little chat bot, I'm ready to fight. And I'm like, now I can't even complain because I don't even know if this AI chatbot is like, oh, speak to an associate. I'm like, are you real? I'm like, I want to speak to your supervisor. And it's just an endless string of robots. I hate it. Angelo, ever shop at Tracks and Wax in Phoenix? It's a cool record store. Oh, I have not. But now I might have to. Ninja, reality is stranger than fiction. But why can't it be like the good fiction? Why is it never the good fiction? Why isn't it like, oh no, I happen to wake up and I'm in, I don't know, D&D land. Okay, great. That's fine. I would rather like dice rolls dictate things than, you know, other people at 1700 Pennsylvania. But here we are. We all rolled a 1 in some shape or form. And I just wish it was like, oh, instead you rolling a 1 and waking up to something that is indeed stranger than fiction is like, oh, your horse got stolen. A bummer, but, you know, not complete and abject misery or just a dystopian nightmare. Boy, Angelo, it is downtown. Okay. Well, then I can mosey and check it out. Jay, that sort of AIBS is part of what led me to quit your job. Your last day is tomorrow. Kudos for you. Because, man, they're shoving it in, like, everywhere. Everywhere. It's like internet, random sites where you don't even need AI. They're like, hey, but we know your message just said, hey, how are you? But we're going to give you a prompt that says, do you want AI to help you with this message? No, the message literally was, hey, how are you? What are you going to offer me? And then this, like, you hover over and then the drop down is like in the way and then I'm trying to click and I hate it. And then it's taking people, if not like out of jobs, it's making you do like compromising craziness. Like different industries that people work in, it's scary. It is scary. Like at the very best case scenario, it's like, oh, okay, AI is just extremely annoying and unwanted. But on the worst case scenario, which is the most often case, it's like, oh yeah, Arizona is probably gonna, run out of water because we need to cool data centers. Oh, okay, cool. The state that's perpetually had a drought, Southern California, which has been in a drought for years, Nevada, which has been in a drought for years. They don't even have water in the fountain at the New York Hotel on the Strip, which is like the big moneymaker for the entire state. They can't fill the fountains. Blows my mind. Blows my mind. But that said, I am super happy that you are starting anew and you are able to find something that will be much more refreshing and freeing and authentic. So we are going to be cheersing to you. Cheersing? Can we make cheersing a verb? We will be cheersing to you, my friend. So this one will be you for when we whip it up. Chevy, you are loving my top. Well, thank you. I was just feeling the fungus today. That was pretty fun. Mix up the lip color and a little bit of some fun color in this. So thank you. Nesto, at your job, I'm basically forced to use AI if I want to keep it. Yep, that's what they're doing to a lot of people. And it's not even like individuals, it's like entire departments too. Like absolutely bonkers. And like forcing it into things that it doesn't even need to be in, that doesn't make sense. And it's like, why is this happening? It's like, oh, the lobbyists that are powering all of your software, and you have deals that are going on behind the scenes that we can't see, that they say, hey, put our stuff in everything. You know what people love? Copilot. Put it in everything. And I'm just like, I'm gonna run into traffic. Angelo, it is Skynet. It's Skynet without all the coolest parts. Again, reality is stranger than fiction, but not in the fun ways. If we're gonna go down that if we're going to keep going down that dystopian takeover of cybernetics and AI, like, why can't we have like cyber life? Why can't I get a Connor robot to be my friend? Why can't I? Why can't I have a Schwarzenegger protector bot? Even though technically Android, but you know what I'm meaning. You know what I'm meaning. Get all of the T's. We can't have it. Jay, you haven't found it yet, but you appreciate the good. Oh, you haven't found it yet. Oh, but you appreciate the good luck. Well, I'm manifesting it 100%. Right now, you're channeling your rage into snarky anti-AI t-shirts. Please put them in the chat. Please put them in the chat. That's amazing. I love a homemade t-shirt. Little side note tangent for those that are new and hanging out. The start to my cosplay journey started with making my own t-shirts and teaching myself how to sew, from just doing little things like that, heat transfers, very, very baby steps. So I have very fond appreciation for a homemade t-shirt, especially a snarky one. I love that. First time to the chat. Hello and welcome. Wild Bologna. Wild Bolognas. Oh my God. It is also consuming the internet. It's creating so much content. Eventually it will start to drown out reality. I've talked about this a little bit before in some other chat or in some other streams, that the internet just keeps like simultaneously growing bigger, but also shrinking at the same time, because we all keep going to like the same 5-6 websites. But the amount of data that is stored on all of them, and the whole like account creation thing, like I remember being a kid and you would just like go to a website and you would be there and it would be done. And now it's like, if I want to look at the like menu of a restaurant, it's like, please create an account. Why? I mean, other than the obvious market research that you want, but you want to act like it's not. We will save your preferences. I don't need preferences. I just want to see your menu. Come on. That drives me crazy. And yeah, it's eventually just going to become so much slop. And then the slop gets picked up. Even the like search options to say like, oh, you can like opt out of AI stuff. One, they still eke through. And two, it's skewed the real art, because that function to filter out the AI is, ironically, an AI computer feature. There's no, like, one person that's like, oh, nope, that's real. Oh, nope, okay. Oh, yep, oh. 6 fingers on one hand. Okay, yep, nope. Like, we still are relying on the AI, but it's the good AI. So it's like, okay, T1000, save us all. Crazy. Absolute Carnage, hello. Welcome. We were talking spiders and slight symbiote mention. I guess we didn't mention any symbiotes specifically, but welcome in. Angelo, you would definitely rather watch your stream than find an AI chatbot to talk to. Thank you. Here's the thing. we've gotten so far down this path in such a quick time that like that is 100% a genuine, like that makes me feel really good. I've received emails. I don't have the companies offhand, but I've received emails from different organizations that have reached out that are like, do you want to connect with your fans? One, which I think that's weird. I'm like, we're fans of X-Men. We're fans of music. We're fans of drinks. Like, I'm just, if you like what I do, you follow what I do, and that's it. Like, I've always had a aversion to that word. It's like, we're all in this together, man. We're all just people. But it was like, oh, do you want to connect with your fans and create a bot? And I'm reading it, and then it's just getting weirder and weirder, and it's like, do you want to create a bot that can talk to your fans at any time? 100% your own voice. And I'm like, are you even seeing what this? And then I'm like, a robot probably wrote this. So no, they're not seeing how this is by default incongruent and wrong. But yeah, different companies are reaching out to make content creators at large, AI versions to have chatbots. And I'm like, one, it's, obvious for everything that we've talked about thus far. And two, isn't that like crazy deceptive? Like, are people aware that they're talking to a robot? I hate it all the way around. I hate it. And it's like, I can't even imagine for like I'm just a one me. I am one Moni tall. What about these companies that have tons and tons of people and they're just represented by, algorithms of like, here's some bits of information that are true, but we're gonna have like Ultron tell you. All right, great. Now we can lay off a third of our staff. Okay, cool. Nesto, we're getting all the dystopian without the cyberpunk. That's for damn sure. It is lame. There should be way more neon. I want way more synth at all times. It should be playing like in the street. Like, if I can't hear the birds over the traffic outside, at least give me the moog. Come on. Here's the first one. Jay, it's all the dumb technologies that were supposed to take over the world and failed miserably. 100%. I think somebody, it might have been you or Angela that said Wall-E. Yep. Dead internet theory, 100%. 100%. And it's not even like, I get dead internet theory, just like the name, but I feel like just like or like echo chamber. Echo internet theory. That's what I feel like it's going to end up being. Or it's like, we'll find some stuff, but then it's just going to be, you're going to second guess every bit of content that you see, and it won't really matter. And like the checks for everything won't really matter. So it'll just be like, okay, here's something that you asked for. Maybe. And then we've just got to like swim through this swamp of audio, visual, and literally everything. Angelo, you bought 2 of your X-Men masks, and I signed one of them. My X-Men mask? What was the X-Men mask? Or were they like... Oh! The masks that I made for, like, the COVID masks? Well, that's awesome. I'm so glad you still have... I still have my Wolverine one. I repurposed some of the others, but I do like that one because it made me feel good. I was like, I need a healing factor right over my face. It will help somehow. Lady, yes, can Platinum steal your soul? Yes, soul. Boy. Whoa, I'm tardy in the chat. Grinch, hello, welcome. Sarah in the Technicolor Dream shirt. What gave me away? I like a little splash of color now and then, but it's on a black background, so it gives it a little balance. That's always fun. Grinch, society today is lame compared to Akira and Ghost in the Shell. Agree. Yeah, where are the mechs? Like cool mechs. Shame. I want augments. I want like a cybernetic eye. But no. All I've got is astigmatism and algorithm. And I hate it. When will it end? When will it end? Oh, Angela, it was during the pandemic and you made masks. Yes, yes. Oh, well, thank you so much for picking up one and keeping one. I mean, it's so funny because for those, I worked with just like, you know, a washable broadcloth, which is something that I never use for costumes, so it felt so different. Very different. But that was so fun. Yeah. Ninja, your sneakers can't even tie themselves. Ugh. Terrible. Terrible. We were promised so much. Not one flying car. Not a one. Like, I don't even know. If I really try to think about like what good futuristic technology has happened, honestly, I feel like it's gonna be this. Like, connecting humans to humans. Like, we'll never have robots watching like streams or like interacting. And it's like, okay, well, we could have something that, you know, crazy alters the numbers of like your watchers or your followers, and they have stuff like that. And like, I know there's like farms that aren't real people, but they're not going to be in the chat. They're not going to be like interacting in real time. And I feel like something like that is a relatively new technology thing is going to be kind of one of the last holdouts. And it is generally AI proof, being like in real time. And I know you can have like filters and stuff that also are in effect, but on a long-term stream interacting with things, I feel like that's one that's going to be a little bit harder for them to corrupt, and I'm hoping that they don't, because this is everything. This is the exact reason why I wanted to start streaming and doing this and connecting with you guys and like hearing stories about years ago and things that happened, and no robot can replace that. Angelo, you would take an AI robot pet like a tiny gorilla like the one from Bionic 6, but a smaller version of that gorilla. 100%. I mean, get a little Furby. That's fine. Those little robot dogs. Sure. They're not disrupting anyone. They're not putting anyone out of job. If anything, they might make more jobs because those things would have inevitably like break. Oh, you've had it on for over 2 hours? Oh yeah, that's old Yeller time. So you better go back to the there is no toy store anymore. Wherever you got it from. Crazy. Grinch algorithm is bad. Who thought Al Gore could dance? What? I thought he had ridden the mighty moonworm. That's what I thought. Ninja, if technology stopped developing with the flip phone, we would have been fine. And everyone could have had a cool Razr. The Razr phone, unmatched. They even brought it back. Like, that's when you know. The day that Nokia's like, all right, it's been blah, blah, blah years. We're bringing back the immortal mini brick phone that can withstand anything. That's when I'm like, okay, we've gone too far. We've gone too far and not far enough to like bring time back to that circle, if time is indeed cyclical. I don't know, man. We gotta start talking about quantum physics more. That's for sure. That's what this stream needs. Quantum physics. God. Wild. I don't know. Robot dog from Black Mirror wasn't so great. Oh, yeah. No. We can keep that. I feel like anything from Black Mirror can kind of stay in that dimension. I don't need that A24 level of terror and spookiness. Absolutely not. God. What I do need is a drink. So I don't know about you guys. I don't know what you're sipping on tonight. But I'm making a gimlet. It is a gin cocktail for those that are down with the juniper juice and lime and simple syrup, which is just a 1-to-1 sugar and syrup. Literally, it's hummingbird nectar. I am blessed to live in an area with many hummingbirds, and they frequent. And as I was making the simple syrup, I was like, oh, this will be great for the hummingbird feeder. No, this is for me. I'm the hummingbird. Whee! So that'll be me. Grinch, nostalgia shouldn't be the litmus test for quality. And yet, here we are. Oh, man. It's rough times. I'm gonna play Detroit Become Human again. Think about what could have been. Jay, you are polishing off the last of the canned gin and grapefruit cocktails. Oh, so you're doing gin? You've already got a little something. Love that. I'm going to start. I do love this shot glass because I didn't want to make too much simple syrup. Again, the hummingbirds. That's the only reason why I have sugar in the house, is so that I can replenish the hummingbird feeder, because they need that. And then when I need to make simple syrup. But I do love this. This is a South Korean shot glass. I got a set of 6 of them that my mom got for me. And they are so beautiful. So I'll use these whenever I'm feeling fancy. And not just throwing one back to get through the day. Jay, oh, but a gimlet is a favorite of yours. Wonderful. Well, this is exciting. And they're so easy to make. That's what's so great. I know we've had a couple that have been super easy, but gimlets are nice. And I get to use one of my different glasses. A little fancy glass. I don't know, is this technically a... Is it a coupe? Coupe? Someone, please advise. Someone with a little bit of a Francois in their background. So this is going to be 2 ounces of our lovely gin, which you guys clocked immediately. And then you can have some, depending on how much. I think, Jay, you are not keen on lime. Hello, welcome in. Thanks for hanging. Thanks for joining the lounge. We are making some gimlets right now. And talking about the decline of Western civilization and just the globe in general, but the drinks are a-flowing, and one step at a time. But yeah, if you wanted to do a little bit more lime, anywhere between a 1/2 ounce and 3/4 of an ounce should be enough lime. Back in the day, they would do like a lime cordial, and it is something that you can make. You can buy it too, but you can make it. But it's like 10 limes. They have to like soak overnight. You gotta like peel them. You keep the rind, and it all just kind of like not distills, but it's gonna process into that more concentrated lime spirit or cordial. But fresh lime juice is just fine. Oh no, lime's great. I think it was the absinthe that you were against. Okay. I think that I might be, I couldn't remember, but there was someone in the chat that was like a no lime. And I respect that. But since lime is good by you, and we are celebrating a work-related accomplishment, I am super glad. If you were like, I hate lime, I hate gin, I'd be like, cheers. I feel so bad. But we'll use our lovely simple syrup. And it's not too syrupy. Nice little swish. And this is a pretty small serving size because it's only a 2 ounce. 2 ounce of your spirit. But I still am not trying to like get water or gin all over, my computer. Hear it a little bit. I'm serving it up. You can do, the glass is cool, but it's not like icy. But I like just up. So that's good by me. We'll do a pour. I'm gonna do this right by the mic so we can get a little gin waterfall. Ooh, that's nice. I love these cups. So you get a nice, almost looks kind of like lemonade, a little limeade. It's sweet, a little punchy, super good. First time, welcome in, Killing Joke. I don't even drink and you're here for this? Hell yeah, we'd love to see it. If you wanted to do a virgin version of this, I think it would be still just super good. You could do a ginger ale instead of the gin, and I would probably do lemon and lime. I feel like that would be good. Have a little bit of sweet and sour, nice and tart. It's like a like ginger Sprite, if it was something like that. But oh, perfect. And it's like not too, I'm trying to find the word. It's not too acidic like you'd think, because it is like lime juice is pretty predominantly heavy. There's only 3 ingredients in the cocktail, but it is pretty mellow. The simple syrup does make a difference, and I feel like that little bit of sweetness, it doesn't make it a sweet drink. It just makes it like, it takes it from like acidic to like tangy. And again, like that kind of like that citrusy, like it's gonna sound gross, but like a watered down Sprite, but just like nothing that's like overpoweringly sweet, but that type of flavor. Get into that LaCroix territory. Wild gin and elderflower is a great drink. You get cloudberry gin, ooh, and elderflower, and mix it with ginger beer. Hot dog, that sounds delicious. Okay, well then, you're kind of like on my path of thinking for Killing Joke with the ginger beer, ginger ale, something with that like that spice that hits you like in the back of your mouth. It's always nice and refreshing. And I think because this is like your standard gimlet, which is very British. A French gimlet is switching out the simple syrup with the elderflower liqueur. So that's kind of in line with what you're talking about. But cloudberry gin, that sounds beautiful, and cloudberry sounds like something like out of like a Mario game. I know. Beautiful. Lydia, you think you're gonna make this? Please do. And then sip with me as we can be like sitting on some like elaborate porch, and there's people playing like croquet from afar. We can have our gimlets and we can just be like, ha, ha, ha. And that's what we'll do. It looks delicious. It really is. And it definitely won't show on camera, not through the, how fun is that? Okay, one more time. That was more rewarding than I thought. Nice. I gotta bring a whole bunch out here now and like do like the playing the rim of the glass. Lydia, the glass makes you think of flan. I mean that too. You could put a little like flan dessert in it. Oh, okay. So if I was making like a boozy like dessert cocktail, like you do like a heavy custard flan with like rum chata at the bottom. So good. The Great Gillespie. This is one I wish I had like sound effects that I could like insert, because nice. You get 10 points for that one. What is the point system? I don't know. How do we rate the point system? I don't know. But you got 10 of them for that, because your girl loves a pun. Puns are great. But yeah, gimlets, super British. They were actually, I think it's super funny because they were created to prevent scurvy. So, pirate approved. So this was like 19th century for the Royal Navy, just to encourage their sailors to drink lime juice so that they wouldn't get scurvy. So, bottoms up to that, for all of those affected by scurvy. I have a moment of silence for all of you. This is the citrus that we need to stay on track, stay scurvy free. Lydia, thank you. It is Scurvy Awareness Month. Lest we forget. Grinch, you are Swank Castle. Swank Castle. I can't even talk. The Punisher. So, not even being funny, yesterday, again, in the couldn't get sleep and it was just the lay down time, I rewatched the anime, The Punisher and Black Widow, what's it called? Avengers Confidential anime, just yesterday. How dare you bring up Frank Castle at a time like this? How dare? How you dare? But I would make this drink for... Because I did have a think about this one, because I love talking about or doing a little research and a little bit of a deep dive. I would make this for Betsy, specifically Captain Britain, Betsy. It's definitely not Psylocke time. I feel like with the somewhat military or like ranking connection, I feel like that works. Obviously, being very British works, and this is deceiving, and this could absolutely get in my head. So yeah, this one's for Bets. I hope she and Rachel are having a wonderful day wherever they are in Krakoa, because it's still there and it's fine and it's real. It's real. Krakoa is for lovers. Grinch Avengers Confidential was really fun. It is a shame that we didn't get more. It is a shame. This is a side note. I'm taking it back to our conversation about lipstick. I've been sipping, and you'll notice not air smudge of red on this glass. So that's when you know you got a good lipstick. Because cleaning off lipstick, it's my least favorite thing. Dishwasher isn't gonna get that. It's not meant for that. Okay, this is my last thing about AI for right now. Where's the AI where you can put like complete filth dishes in the dishwasher and it like little laser targets and little water jets can take like a complete, like I'm talking like a baked on like lasagna lipstick on a glass. Like I want to put stuff in there just like trash, and I want it to come out pristine every time. Where is that technology? Where is that? Why can't we have that? Needless to say, I don't really even use the dishwasher because it's a disappointment to me. So I'll just wash it by hand. Call it a day. But what else? So you could do the French version. There is another version which is interesting for me, especially with gin. You can do like an herbal version. That would be like a basil or tarragon you can do, which is very British. Hello, welcome. Cheers. Welcome to the lounge. We're sipping on gimlets, complaining about robots, and about to take it back to 1981. It's a Thursday night here. That is so nice. That is so nice. Wild AI toaster. I honestly think that would be awesome. Give me a little dial and a screen and let me AI select how toasted I want my toast. Yeah, and then you could put like faces on it. Do like little patterns. See, they have all sorts of opportunities and they fumbled them all. Fumbled them like Klay Thompson fumbled Megan. Ridiculous. Like, could you imagine like dating Megan Thee Stallion and then being like, nah, like crazy. But that's a whole nother topic. Oh, that is delicious. That is delicious. Getting a little bit of the sweet simple syrup at the bottom. But yeah, what else about this? I think this is probably one of the oldest cocktails that I've made. Given like 1800s, 1860s, 1890s. It's been a minute. We've been having gimlets. William, welcome to the chat. The Fifth Element, when Lilo pulls out that instant chicken out of a microwave. The future. Thank you. I want the eye headset and I can just like, boom, instant eyeshadow. And not something that looks like sloppy or like I want that. I just want the Chanel thing. Yes, you know, yeah. Chicken. Let her get her chicken and eyeshadow. The girl knows what she wants. This is the future we want. This is it. We had it. We could have had it. Like, imagine a future where everyone is like wearing Jean Paul Gaultier. Imagine that. A multi-pass for every home, for every individual. Now you can't even share passwords on Netflix. How are we going to have a multi-pass in this society? Impossible. They don't even want to give us a single pass. We can't even own the games we buy. Stupid PlayStation. Fumbles all over the place. Oh my God. William, very stylish indeed. Indeed. Lydia, you would apply to work at McDonald's today if I could wear that outfit. Yeah, 100%. I'd work on a cruise ship. I feel like, actually, hang on. Since we're here and since we're streaming, I feel like this is very important to discuss. Is Ruby Rod a podcaster or a streamer or a DJ? Please advise. Lilo Dallas Multi-Yas. Of course she is. Of course she Yes. Lydia, streamer for sure. Okay. Because I can't remember if there were cameras or not, or if it was just like an audio. Oh no, I guess I'll have to watch The Fifth Element again. Poor me. Angelo, have you ever cosplayed Lilu? I have not, but I've seen some amazing Lilus. And I celebrate them all whenever I see them. I'm like, wow, girl, you look great. Angelo, his voice changed when he heard him on the radio, so I think it was all audio. It was a radio type show. Oh, William, I think they predicted streaming. They called it Radio Cosmo. Oh. Dragon, but in today's world, yeah, he would be a streamer. Interesting. Jay, I always thought the flight attendant costumes were particularly fetching. I agree. And like, making powder blue look that good, that's no small feat. Again, Jean Paul. Grinch, Ruby Rod is a radio host, live audio streamer / podcaster. Okay, I like that. So I don't have to pick, so they're all right. They're all right to some degree. It's fine. Oh, what a world. What a world. God, imagine like wearing a full body leopard bodysuit to work and like that's your uniform. Incredible. That's the future. That's the future I want. So, best depictions of the future to a degree, we've got what? Fifth Element. We didn't talk about it, but I'm just throwing it out there. Batman Beyond. I'm here for it. I want to be in that club so bad. So bad. And not to consistently compare the two, because I've been pushing that agenda, because of course I have an agenda. I want Nueva York, 2099 world, 100%. Grinch, Ruby Rod was supposed to be played by Prince. It would have been way too powerful. Way too powerful. That was like the original casting for David Bowie in the first Guardians. I don't remember what the role was, but he was supposed to be in the movie. And I think about that and I just want to like cry and celebrate forever. Like, I don't believe that they're gone. They're just somewhere else. They saw what was coming. And it was just like, Prince was like, people in like the next couple years are only going to act their shoe size and not their age. So I'm out. And, you know, fair. He's somewhere else. He is beyond. He is ascended. Lydia, maybe we can do the twirl. Maybe we can. We can. We can do the twirl and indeed just dance. Let's dance. Valerian and City of a Thousand Planets was awesome. Well, it was the same director, yes? Was it Luc Besson? No. I don't know, but it had some similar vibes. I do remember Rihanna's cameo, and it was fantastic. Like that's the future of cosplay. People, AI cosplay. No. It was whatever that stuff that Rihanna was doing, which realistically is just like Mystique and Morph and every other shapeshifter to make that possible. But still, I want the technology to be able to switch wigs in just a swoop, in just a turn, and it's like, oh, it's a whole new outfit. Wow, my God, amazing. While you're doing the aerials, crazy, absolutely crazy. Maz, they indeed ascended to the next level. They're untouchable, 100%. William, we are gathered together to get through this thing called life. We absolutely are. And we are together. And you are with me, and I'm with you, and we're sipping from the same drink. That's very nice. Ninja, you are out of here for the night. I totally understand with that early morning. Have fun. Thank you, sir. Thanks for coming to hang. I feel bad. I've gone over a little bit. We were supposed to switch over to music time, but you guys got me yapping. You got me yapping. Angelo, you'll have to go check the date on those Coronas. You don't drink much. Well, if it was wine, you could just let it do its thing, and it's only gonna get better with time. But Coronas, I don't know about that. Grinch, you want the altered carbon without the rich pore gap, over 9,000. Crushes Scouter. That's fair. Yeah, I don't want any sorts of like gaps and hierarchies in that way. I like the whole like the faction idea where it's like, oh, this is the neon city. That's this is the tech city. This is like the metal city. Like I want like the district type things where like everybody needs something from somebody else. So it's symbiotic in that way, but they're all distinctly different. Like that works for me versus like, I don't need this haves and have-nots. These haves-nots. No, we don't need that in fiction. William, a melting pot cyber city. Yes, 100%. Wild fantasy life is better than sci-fi life for me, the Hobbiton life. Okay, now these are very two conflicting ideas because I do love them both, but I mean, second breakfast. Do you even need technology to tell you that that's a good idea? No, you just exist. You have peace. I love both. I think I had used just D&D, so okay, if we're using Faerun, the Shire, whatever that looks like, high fantasy land, like, that's also going to be great. But there will be that little part of me that's like, well, I love my garden, and I'm like, wow, the root vegetables sure are coming along this time of year. And as I speak to my lovely elf lover, I guess, there's going to be a part of me that's like, but what if we had a little and I'm like, yeah, where's that future club? Oh, I'm going to need that. This loot is great, and that is a banging crescendo, but like, can someone drop the beat? Just once, just let me feel it. Just once when the bass hits you in your chest. So I'm torn. I need a little bit of both. But they are both very good. Grinch, you want the 90s with fiber optic internet speed. I'll send you a floppy disk in the mail post haste. William, you want a green future with clubs all around, maybe. Yeah, that's fine. I just want a little club. Go back to the club. That's what I want. That's what I want. And that gimlet is gone. Delicious. All right. I'm going to put you guys on hold for a little mini minute, and we'll switch over to some vinyl and spend some chill time. Yes, the future does have potential, but you know what? I'm just living in the now for now and vibing with you guys. I'll deal with Friday tomorrow when it comes. Angelo, Infinity Gauntlet bottle opener for the win. That's intense. What kind of bottle is is that? First of all, if you need the gauntlet. Wait, no stones, like just the gauntlet itself. That's all we can do. Yes, one day at a time. One day at a time. Alrighty. I will be back in a hop, skip, and a jump, and we'll spin some vinyl. And we are back. Hello, everyone. Oh, man. It feels good to sit down. And I had to get a little bit of hydration. We were just talking about, I don't know if you'll be able to see, living in the Shire, but this is my One True Ring cup. It's got Sting on it and some other cool things. You can see the ring the best. So I was like, well, let me hydrate with this. And we're in mode. Oh, man. Oh, you can see it. Wonderful. William, if Prince ascended to a higher level, they are having the good jams there. Oh, they are. As they should. As they should. Alright. So, without further ado, let's get our album. And I realized, I did not put it in the chat, I keep putting things in the Discord, and I need to link those here as well. So let's get that going. And you'll see a little nod to my shirt. I think, Chevy, you mentioned the shirt, which I definitely appreciate. And I wasn't trying to do like a themed tops or like themed makeup or anything. But in this case, it did work out. So, perfect. Bean! What's up, man? thanks for hanging. First time to the chat, hopefully not the last. That's awesome. How is your evening going, sir? All right, there we are. We are pinned. So, our album for tonight is the incredible, incredible album. Talk, Talk, Talk by the Psychedelic Furs. A beautiful album from May of 1981. And I got this at a store that no longer exists. But yeah, this is an original one that has life experience. I'm like, wow, this is older than like my life. This is older than me. Like, how many shelves has this been on? How many turntables has this sat on? And that's just so cool to think about. Then you are relaxing, still recovering from Level Up, making a pizza. Ooh, well, I love recovery and pizza. How was Level Up? I almost went, and then I realized that I already had a prior engagement that I could not make it happen, but it looked fun. I feel like Vegas needs like a good con moment. Yeah. So I also just love the artwork on this and the photography. I feel like it really does tick all of the boxes that are like new wave and post-punk at the same time, which is very, very much Psychedelic Furs. Specifically this album. And it is always nice when that goes together. Definitely not AI back then. Oh yeah, we were safe. That was when times were good. Being a Level Up is massive and chaotic, very lucrative, lots of friends. After Party Rave was also good. I saw little bits of the rave. Well, I saw pictures that people had posted just like in like the lobby and in like the con area. And it looks mellow, but not like busy. So the fact that it was, I love that. I absolutely love that. Because I love the energy of the crowd. When it's almost too busy, I kind of like it. So I just feed off of that energy. All right, so let's get to spinning. 1981 reminds me of a better time before I was born. Yeah. A beautiful time, a simpler time. Excellent. So let's drop the needle on this beautiful album. And the first track, it's always strange when the first track is like the single or like the most well-known of the songs, either on the album or like for the artist in general. And the first one is Pretty in Pink. 1981 is when you were born. Oh my God, Grinch. Well, then this fur is for you. No copyright, no copyright. Can you guys hear it? Is it picking up? Hopefully not. Whenever I can kind of hear it, I'm like, I just don't need a DCMA takedown. I don't need that. Okay, it is faint, too faint. Okay. Hopefully it's not too much. Hopefully it's not too much. This is like the lowest that it can go. I'm like, shh, 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 be quiet, be quiet. Angelo, if I had a DJ name, would it be the same ceremony? That's a good question. Maybe it would be... No, I think it would be my old handle that I used to have for Twitter once upon a time. And that was Crayola Kid, I think I would do that. And also, given the time, nighttime. So we are in the club now. Let's see, do I want this one? Or do I want this one? Oh, which one do we like more? I like this. It's a little bit brighter. You can still see me. Killing joke, have you done any cosplays lately? Not since WonderCon. WonderCon was Blink's debut, specifically the Age of Apocalypse Blink and Coupe from Dispatch. So those were very fun, but they tested me. They absolutely tested me. So next new costume probably will be, hopefully in the next, I'd say by the end of May, I would like to have something else new. The goal is like one a month. That's the goal. Grinch, you remember Crayola Kid? Crayola Tit. I don't know why I cannot talk today. Okay, this goes back to like, I didn't get the REM sleep. I just had the lay down. And it's like, yeah, you're not going to be able to have like cognitive function. And you're going to be blah, blah, all over the place with your words. Mercy. Angelo, you were at the Deuce in the club breakdancing. Good. As you should be. This was just last weekend. Why not every weekend should be breakdancing weekend? Doing joke, you think you saw the blink? Your domino had your jaw drop when you first saw me. Oh my God. Well, thank you. You don't see a lot of dominoes just in general, and specifically the Wolverine the X-Men version that I did, because I have yet to run into one. So it's definitely not one you would expect. So I'm glad. I'm hoping it was a good jaw drop, and that is super flattering. So thank you very much. I like to switch it up and showcase the characters or like the versions that don't get seen as often. It just makes it more fun for me to cosplay and kind of enjoy that. And she is a little bit of a challenge with the black and white paint, but always worth it. William, you didn't realize the album was on YouTube. Yeah, I pinned it to the chat, again, because we can't obviously listen to the album. We can just talk about it. Talk about it and be about it. Talk about it. It's perfect. It's perfect. It's in theme. But I think it's very funny, just going back to Pretty in Pink, I didn't realize that there was like a story about it. For some reason, I just always associated it with the movie. But I didn't realize that this song came out like 5 years before the movie. And I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. But it was obviously on the soundtrack. And so I was like, what is this about then? Because I've only ever, associated with that. And I'm like, oh, okay, she's, there's some statement, this coming of age statement, and it's like, oh, you're different, and that's okay, and it's awkward for everybody, and just be you, and I all those sorts of, it's a John Hughes movie, I don't know. But I actually found out what it was about, and so I've got to, I want to get you guys' thoughts on this, because I thought this was pretty unexpected and interesting. So the lead singer, Richard Butler, said that it was about two women that he knew. One was a friend of his ex-girlfriend's, and the other went to a pub that he would frequent. He says that the Caroline that is mentioned in the lyrics isn't a real person, it's just a made-up name. And that the song is about, and this is, quote, a girl who sleeps around a lot and thinks that she's popular because of it. It makes her feel empowered somehow and popular, and in fact, the people that she's sleeping with are laughing about her behind her back and talking about her. Quote. And I'm like, this is interesting to put to the chat. And it's like, yeah, this is 81. I'm very curious to know, and I'm like, I feel like there's definitely more to this situation than he's leading on, and the fact that this person was a friend of his ex, so like a friend of his girlfriend at the time. And there's a couple different reads that you can get from this, and I'm like, I never thought of it that way. He was simping and got denied. That's right. Okay, that's kind of what I got. I'm like, this sounds like, so she's empowered and popular, but people are laughing and talking about her behind her back. Like, how? I'm like, how does that work? How does that work? But knowing that, I was like listening to the song in a very different light, and I'm like, I don't see Molly Ringwald dancing around and being like, the teenage dream, even though I'm trying to be the antithesis of it, and I end up being the blueprint all over again. But just a very interesting topic for a song, if not observation. And then the other thing that I thought was interesting is just the use of the name Caroline. And then I went on this deep dive because I'm like, why is it always a Caroline? Like, there are so many songs with either Caroline in the title or in the lyrics for whatever reason. I know Sweet Caroline is like the big one, and I'm like, okay, that's like your standard, so okay, fine. And not counting covers of that, but I'm like, Concrete Blonde has a Caroline. See, like, Outcast and Roses mentions a Caroline. There's a handful of other ones, and I'm like, some of these artists I don't know, but I remember Caroline in the Clip. Like, that's a recent, like, Black Audio song, and I'm like, oh. And even when that album came out just a couple of years ago, I was like, why is it always Caroline? Like, I've never met anyone named Caroline in my entire life, but that name just like comes up so often in music or in lyrics. Yes, exactly, the Black Audio. So Bane, you've known a few people like that. It's the perception of popularity and the fakeness of people wanting to smile to your face and talk smack behind your back. Seems like a believable reason. I've heard the explanation before as well. Interesting. So, like, the fakeness of, like, that they think they're liked, or, like, she's like, oh, is the mentality like, oh, if I do this, it will make me liked, when that's not the case? Or is it the girl doing her own thing, and, like, the perception is that people are envious that she's doing her own thing and doesn't care? Like, that's kind of like the two camps that I'm like, And the fact that he mentions it's about that, like, two women. So, like, were they at odds with each other? Like, it feels like there's just some, like, tea and some, like, I don't even know how old, 81 drama happening in some pub. She frequented a pub that I knew, that I went to. It's like, okay. Want You Gone, the Portal 2 song. Yes, I was wondering how fast someone would say Roses. Yep. Especially in LA. It's so weird because I feel like it's such a... I'm trying to find the word. Like, I guess stereotype. It's like, oh, people are fake in LA. And it's like, yeah, I guess. But there's a lot of chumps everywhere. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm just kind of like desensitized to it because I'm there so often, but I feel like there's a lot of tryhards just everywhere. It's like, that's just like a type of person that's like, you can always tell when you talk to them, when like the cameras aren't on and they don't need to be on, or they're not in front of like certain people, and it's like, hey, just be real with me. And like how the personality changes versus if it's just like, oh no, they're just there and they're vibing. So yeah, definitely a lot everywhere, but especially in the industry out there, it's a different world in your experience. Yeah, when there's, I guess the competitive edge, I think would make it a little bit different because then it's like, all right, we're all scrambling for the same meal ticket, so to speak. So the weight of the success is a little bit harder. I think you get that either, big fish in a little pond sort of mentality and the little fish in a big pond sort of mentality. And it's like, which one, can hungry hippo eat their way out of the situation? It's either way. It's just like, ugh, just be you, man. Just be you. So Bane, you say also that it's both. They think they're liked, but for the wrong reasons, and people want drama. It's true. It's such a drama-y song, and it just gave me a very, very new perspective on the song. Whole new lens. Angela, do you feel like most cosplayers are good people? Yeah, I feel like just as good as anybody else. Like, do I think most sports fans are good people? Yeah, sure. But I think there's crazies in everything. I think the tension with cosplayers, and I think this is where you kind of have to like specify, is like kind of what like Bane is saying, like when it is hinging on something else and a deeper type of success based on being liked, that starts to drive a little bit more. It's more id than super ego. Freud was a weirdo, but I think that is the best way to explain it. If it's like, oh, okay, if I bring out this part of me that gets this reaction from people and I can just consume this attention because essentially it's paying my bills, that person is going to be much more motivated to keep that mask on, so to speak, than someone that's just like, hey, I'm just here doing my thing, and if people like it, cool. If they don't, cool. And even more so with the person that is, has no presence at all, and doesn't go to conventions at all. Like, there's 800 ways to be a cosplayer or a costumer, and they're all valid if they are sincere. And we know that it's like, okay, like, I want to assume the best in everybody, but it's naive to think that everybody is the best, that type of thing. So I feel like everyone is innocent until they prove otherwise. And that's just kind of my MO. Because, like, there's lots of people that aren't cosplayers that are in the scene. Like, where do photographers lie? And it's like, do you really want to be a photographer, or do you just want to work with so-and-so and so-and-so because you keep shooting the same types of people over and over again? There's something to be said for that. And again, how genuine they are eventually will come out. So I kind of hold my thoughts on that. And just note, I'm like, okay. Seen, I've noted, but does it affect me? Just sipping gimlets. I'm just watching. I'm just here, and I'm thankful that everybody in my circle, or even like extended circle, just community that I've interacted with, has been solid. Now, if they did something crazy or off the rails that I never knew about, then I never knew. So I definitely think it's much more good than questionable and or bad. Again, like a sports fan, like, it's my dad's birthday and he likes watching basketball. But is he going to, like, set someone's car on fire because the rival team beat his team? Is he going to get in a fist fight at the stadium? No. Like, the degrees of intensity and the things that drive people that have a passion about something are extensively varied. So, there is no absolute, I feel. Jedi, going back to the song, you think it's a mix. The promiscuous person is empowered, even if only in her mind. The others, in my experience, are a mix of fake people that are two-faced, not wanting to say anything, and those who wish they could do so, either shy away in wishing for empowerment or to trash it to make themselves feel better. Definitely agree. Definitely agree. Like there's some layers to it, and again, I know that there's a story here, and I feel like he's just giving the very, very sliver of it. And I mean, even the title is like, oh, isn't she pretty in pink? Like, it's very patronizing. It has a mocking tone to it. So I definitely think, I think we're all kind of seeing like both camps and how there's a mix or variation of potential outcomes, because you have like the fixture, we have our, Caroline, or our main subject of the song, and then the witnesses and the people that are around her. And it's like, I think they're both kind of unreliable narrators, but that's interesting. Like, it doesn't need to be a good story with good people and good intentions to be a good narrative. Like, let it be messy. Let it be unknown. Let there be some mystery to it, because it just inherently makes it more compelling of a song. Because you can do deep dives like this. In 2026, who's talking about the psychedelic furs and breaking down the meaning of Pretty in Pink? We are. We're doing it. William, cosplayers are fun people. I know many of them. A handful of them are in the chat, and they are wonderful people. They are creatives. They are crazy, and I love them even more for it. Grinch, everybody's looking for something. Agreed. Bane, people are people. And people have been people. People have been messy and petty and horny and weird since the beginning of time. And I feel like we forget that sometimes, because it's like, oh, we are the only ones, because we're currently alive, that have these reactions to things. It's like, no, people have been weird. Like, oh, you think you're crazy and wild? Yeah. Have you ever looked at ancient Rome? That's crazy. I would rather go to the frattiest frat party than a crazy ancient Roman party, because I'm I do not know what's going to happen here. Wild. Nothing is new under the sun, and I feel like that's a good nullifier for everyone that thinks that they are the first to do everything. You're not, and that's okay. That means that we're just people, and we have commonalities and things. That's why laughter is in every language, We're all the same. We're all in the same marble, man. Angelo, you understand. I understand that just that. Oh, you understand that. I just mean because of competitiveness of cosplaying sometimes. Yes, totally agree. William, you are loving the album. I'm so glad. So glad. And Angelo, I hate nerdy bullies. I agree. I hate any type of bully, but nerdy is even more perplexing, because it's we came here to get away from the bullying elsewhere. Why are you bringing it? Why are you bringing it here? We don't need that. That's like jumping in the pool with a bag of leaves. It's we just cleaned the pool. Why are you bringing more in? We don't need this. Angelo, tell someone that you play Elden Ring with summon spells and they talk down to you as much as possible. There's always going to be that. Well, actually, all different levels of ways to kind of stick it to somebody when it's we don't need to do that here. William, they are unpredictable people. That's very, very true. Grinch, it takes a while, some more than others, to find out who they are. So being oneself can be hard when it should be the most natural state of being. It's true. Lydia, pretty but stinks. And I quote again, roses really smell like boo-boo. Outcast had it. They had it. Is it Caroline? She was a witch, as it were. You can be the most talented, you can be the most beautiful, handsome, etc., etc. But if you're not nice, big old goose egg means nothing. Means nothing. Bane, isn't pink in the song a metaphor for being naked? I recall something like that. Oh, it is. Oh, you're saying, oh, yep, to laughter. We all need laughter. Yes. Uh, maybe. It does make sense. I was interpreting it as like Pink being like hyper feminine and like being like a lady when they're trying to insinuate that like being promiscuous somehow makes you like not that. But just flat out naked also makes sense. So now I have to do a deep dive. I wanna look a little bit more into it. Jay, you had a friend had someone from a well-known Star Wars costuming group come up to her unbidden and open with, "Hey, if you want to get that costume accepted, you'll need to change this, this, and this." Hate that, and I'm 99.99999999 sure which well-known group it is, and that is unfortunately a trait that is common with them, which is very, very much a bummer. Jay, you got zero time for that sort of mess. I agree. I'm like, if I want suggestions, I will ask you, and I'll be like, "Hey, I love your trooper kit. What did you do for this? Blah, 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 blah." But if you just step to me with this nonsense that I didn't ask for, do a little brush off there. I'm not going to be for that. It has only happened one time when I got some unsolicited advice that was delivered in a very upsetting way. I don't talk to this person. It was a very like a conversation opener. Just like, "Oh, yeah, this color is wrong." It's like, okay, you're wrong. Like, okay. Just very, very bizarre. But only the one time that's happened, thankfully. Grinch, now you're thinking about Pink by Aerosmith. Dragon, I will neither confirm nor deny. Yeah, that's the 501st. It is definitely them. That's their thing. That is their vice. And it's like, you can have, like, especially for a club, like, you can have rules and, like, standards if it's like, hey, our thing is being hyper canon and movie accurate. That's, like, that. There's zero wrong with that. You just don't come up to people and tear down their entire costume to their face for something that they didn't ask for, and it just makes you look like a complete tool. Boo. Boo. Specifically people who are not in your little club. Yeah. Not here for that. Like, if someone is wearing a costume and you want to compliment them, like, that's free. You can just do that. You can just tell people, "Oh, hey, I like insert character too." Oh, that's cool. Or if you want to just talk, like, about them, like, "Oh, what made you pick this version?" Like, there's 800 ways to open up a conversation with someone than to give them unsolicited advice. It's like, no. This just makes you a jerk. And Lydia, yeah, it sounds like a bunch of insecure losers, because that's insecure loser behavior. It's like traits like that and behaviors like that. One, the fact that they can do it so easily leads me to believe that they've done it consistently and that it's a pattern. And it's like, do you like not get like, is this a weird power trip for you to like tell people that you're wrong? It's like, I'm right, and here's why. In a hobby, in a creative hobby that you're both in a creative hobby that you're both in to someone's face. Like, at no point you thought that maybe I shouldn't be an ass. Just an option. Just to say, "Hey, how's it going? Hope you're having a great day." Costs zero money. Zero zenny. Yeah, Jay, bro, I am dressed like a guy from Spaceship Show. Step the heck off. Absolutely. Like, we are adults in costume. Why? But I think it comes down to, like, again, like, they're under somebody's thumb in every other space, and they know, which is upsetting, that in a space with people just vibing and living their best creative life, that they can get away with, I can be the thumb this time, and I can be the one to tell them this. It's like, you're missing the entire point. You might as well go back to whatever Excel spreadsheet you came from and argue at the pivot table, because I'm not having it. I'm not having it. Jay, there's unfortunately a lot of that sort of thing in cosplay. I've also heard if you want to compete with that, you need to ... Lame. Nothing wrong with competing, but like unsolicited. When you can just start a conversation like a normal person instead of making them feel terrible and making yourself look like the jerk that you are, which I guess is for the best, because then once it gets out, then people know, oh yeah, don't talk to so-and-so because they're a complete asshole. And then, yeah, it's like, oh, that we can spread. And it's like, yeah, then you'll find yourself alone, and everything that you thought that you loved, or that you were programmed to say that you loved, but your actions showed otherwise, you're not going to have it. Like, don't talk out of one side of your mouth saying you love the community, and then in the same breath be like, well, that wig, well, that armor. It's like, no, you don't love the community. You love attention, and you love to power trip on people that are earnestly just being nice and you know won't clap back at you. That's what it is. Until they do. That's what happens, and it does feel good when it happens. Like I said, it's only been once for me, and it was so like out of left field. I didn't expect it at all. So my response was, again, it was about a wig and being the wrong color. And this was my first time meeting this person, and they were like, "Oh yeah, well that's the wrong color. It's definitely more of like a fuchsia than more like a red." And so, like, it didn't register at first. I thought it was a joke at first, and so then I was just like, "Oh," I was like, "Why didn't you tell me sooner?" And she was like, "Well, I didn't." I was like, "Oh, that's right, because you didn't know, because I don't know you. I don't know you, and I'll never know you, and you'll never know me." And I just carried the conversation on with the other person that I was talking to, and left it at that. And I was like, "I know everything I need to know about you. Bye. Don't need that attitude, because it's not about the wig, right? All of these things, the point is just like the unsolicited, and the point to like make someone like feel bad. That's what we don't like. Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining. Thank you for hanging. We're having a little we're letting off some steam, but we're getting some things out. And it's very good. This is a wonderful place where everyone is welcome. And if you need to complain and let some stuff out, you are welcome to do so. Again, I've got a Gimlet in my system, and I am just floating on the gin waves. It's delicious. So, Angelo, you want to make a Kakashi cosplay, need to grow your hair out and learn how to sew, but other than that, I'm on it. Hell yeah. And there's no timetable for that. Like, doing something on your own time for whatever your schedule looks like, for whatever like materials look like, especially now that we're down Joann's is like a big fixture, so you've got to factor in ordering stuff online. If the stuff that's online comes and it's not what you thought it would be, then you got to send it back, and you got to order. Like the time frame for a lot of these things is a lot longer now, so I say enjoy the ride. It's all about the journey. The destination will come. Like, you'll get it, and you'll have a blast wearing it. And just don't feel pressure for any type of rush Or don't let any of these crazy yahoos get in your head. We don't do that here. We don't tolerate that here. Bane, I love when people come up and say they hate a version of the character I'm doing. That is so crazy to me. And like, you're like a big guy. Like, that's so scary. I couldn't imagine. Hey, I hate what you're doing. That is the most like 7-year-old nonsense. Like, get out of here if you sound like a Mad TV sketch. I'm not having it. Yeah, thanks for sharing. Bye. William, criticism is a power trip. Yes, but they deny themselves a chance at bonding with people. 100%. And that's why they'll ultimately just end up being alone. And it's like the thing that you got into in an effort to find community, you're going to drive away because you're being an idiot. Jay, as Master Shake said, I am 30 or 40 years old and I do not need this. Yes. Power dynamics. Ew, we hate them. We hate them. Grinch, unsolicited criticism can come off a bit fascist. You are totally right. I don't need that. Like, ugh. Bad attitude. Wild Balonies. I keep wanting to say Balonas every time I read your name. But Wild, you are gone for the night. Thank you so much for hanging. Glad you appreciate it and hope to see you back for another yap. Have a wonderful night. Jedi, go back to the Excel spreadsheet you came from. Yeah, that's it. That's that. Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining the lounge. We have sipped some Gimlets, and we are listening to Psychedelic Furs right now. The Talk 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 album. I pinned a link in the chat if you want to jump in. We're on side B now. And we're talking lyrics, we're talking people, we're talking just the perfect album title for this. Cosplay Corgi, hello, welcome. How are you doing, friend? And also, yes, it's more about them than it is the cosplay. Yes, it is the attitude, it is the ego, and it's just bleh, bleh. Lydia, your attitude is the wrong color. Eat an entire bag of poop. Agreed. And like big poop, like livestock. You can't skirt this. You can't skirt it. Oh my god. I'm so behind in the chat because I got sidetracked with all the yappening. Corgi, not everyone has the money and the means to make perceived movie quality cosplays, and some people just don't care to be, and that's completely fine. Yeah. Like the idea that it's like, I'm going to critique you for something that you didn't ask for, that you don't want, but if I do that, then it makes me feel like you think that you want it and that you're jealous of me. Like, it's so weird. It is so weird. It just boils down to this like obscene type of, honestly, like acceptance. It's a warped version of what acceptance is, and they don't realize that just being a jerk is doing the complete opposite. They're like, I want to be accepted. I want to be liked, and I want to have the best everything. So everyone should want to be like me. And it's like, no, you show up. Come as you are. Like, that's just show up. Show up. Be nice. Bane, I appreciate your impersonation of me. Thank you for perceiving me as being that large. I mean, listen, I've got arms like overcooked ramen, and you're over here just like, I was born in the darkness. Like, yeah, man, that is you. Grinch submitted your yapplication. Oh man, I might get a promotion. I'm getting my PhD in yapology. Thanks to you guys. Corey agreeing with me. Thank you. Jay, I content myself in the knowledge that I've done stuff at cons that their annoying little minds can't comprehend of, and I go on with my life. That's what we want. That's what we want. want. Again, I still can't, like, I feel like I've taken like 4 Novocaine shots in the mouth tonight because I just cannot talk. Killing Joke, favorite Nirvana song. It's such a good one. It's such a good one. William, thank you so much for hanging. If you got to run, totally understand. I know it is getting a little bit on the late side for our Midwest and East Coast folks and everywhere else in the world. The gin hitting, here's the thing. No, I started and I was already like on a slippery slope of syllables. The gin didn't help, but this is all me. I can't even blame the gin for it, but I appreciate you. It's that good gin. Listen, I made my cup was so pretty. It's over there, but if I reach for it, I'm going to look like weird, like I'm diving out of frame. But yes, gimlets are absolutely delicious. And I thoroughly enjoyed I followed the recipe. It's a little extra, just a little extra push. But Jay, you got to scoot. Enjoy the rest of the record. Catch you later. Thank you, sir. Have a fantastic evening. And we're gonna come back to this topic because this is always a good one. But I haven't even seen your work. I don't need to. The fact that you are going out there and having fun and doing your own thing is 800% what matters, and that is awesome. And if I catch anybody coming at you sideways in any way, I'm coming for them. So that's not what that's about. That's not what we do here. So have a fantastic night. Jedi, I've only ever cosplayed once. I didn't really want to, but someone made me a Clone Trooper Eva suit as a gift for some work that I did. Then I weathered it and gave it a color scheme, customizing that I enjoyed. Someone in the 5-0 worst felt the need to tell me how it wasn't correct. It was fun, but that level of douchebag was enough that I won't do it. No! That makes me so mad, you guys. Like, I know I'm here and I'm on screen. I've got to be diplomatic, but also, like, no. I don't want to be, because that's bullshit. I'm so sorry. Please cosplay again if you love it around the people that you love and not around these people that are just, like, negative magnets and all they do is just want to pull people down. Because I remember that suit and it looked awesome. He won't do it again. It was drama I never had and drama that I don't have to. Ugh. I hate that. That makes me so mad. I'm like low-key, like retroactively, like really pissed that happened. Like, jeez. Jay, hell yeah. Killing Joke, I used to be an old-fashioned guy, but I've been clean for almost 2 years now. Nice. And there's lots of, I'm a big tea person. I don't know if Nesto's still in the chat, but like, I was like, if I ever did like a special, like one-off stream that wasn't cocktails, it would definitely be tea. So I don't know if you're a tea guy, if you're a coffee guy, or even smoothie. I am all for that. I usually can kind of improvise like a non-alcoholic version, a little mocktail. And old-fashioned is good. So that's a good one to have a send-off, and lots of other amazing drinks to have now. That is awesome for your 2 years. And yes, congrats, as long as you are proud of it. That is, everybody's replies to the replies. I think this is the most chat where I think everybody has like known each other. And that's really cool. It really is like hanging out with my friends, you guys. And like, Corey, I haven't seen you in a minute. It has been a minute. So thank you for joining and hanging out. And yes, Bane, you are totally right. Agreeing with Jedi. As long as you were having fun, you were doing it right. They are the problem. 5-0 worst. Grinch, put on a mask, choose a fit, show up, spread some love, and grab a drink. Hear ye, hear ye. That is it. And sometimes, like, there are so many people at cons that are just, like, handlers. And it's like, supporting someone else and like being somebody else's cheerleader, they're just as much of a part of the community as the photographers, as the videographers, as the people that just do makeup, as the people that just do wigs, for the people that are armor exclusive, for the people that are sewing exclusive, for the people that compete, for the people that don't compete, for the people with a social media, for the people without a social media. All of them are valid and great. But the second you try to flex on somebody else and put your thumb on their head, you're doing it wrong and you need to get out and you smell like cheese. Get out. Dragon, we are spilling the tea. We're talking about tea and spilling the tea. Bane, you are sipping a hot Earl Grey right now. I believe it. Oh, Nesta, you are here. Yes. I did a split. It's a black tea, but it's that hot cinnamon Harney's, which is super popular. So you guys might know it. So I'm going to do a name drop for Harney's tea. Wait for that sweet sponsorship. But I did that Harney's hot cinnamon with it was like a some type of like a Madagascar vanilla oolong. Oh, it was like a snickerdoodle that gave me energy. So good. Oh, it was so good. Oh, delicious. Rooibos tea. You want that rooibos tea? That's like the only non-caffeinated tea that I'll do, with the exception of like a chamomile if I'm feeling like it. Chamomile. Corgi, you hurt the community as a whole when you do that stuff. 100%. Snuff a creative light in the community. No, that is like the unforgivable sin to me, is like taking someone's joy, especially something that's that personal, as a creative effort. Yeah, too long. You keep in your awkward corner? No. Nobody puts baby in the corner. You bring your lovely self out here, front and center, because I'm happy to have you here. And Jedi, it was fun, and you looked great, and I'm so glad that I at least got to see that moment and enjoy that with you, because like that's what it's about. And it's like, yeah, the pictures you have forever, and that's great because obviously you can look back on those things, and like anyone who's been to a con can just like explain like what that energy is like. I've talked about this in general, so stop me if you've heard this one before, but this is my ode to cosplayers, and I feel like I know we're about at that time, so this is my MO, just like in general. Like, never stifle someone's art regardless of what that is or what that looks like. But my champion, my flowers for all of the cosplayers, if you're a painter, your art is on a canvas, and that's amazing. If you're a sculptor, your art is on a pedestal, a table, in a gallery. Love it. If you are a musician, you record your music. It's out in the air, it's streamed. When you're a cosplayer, your art is actively on you. And there's no other art form that is live, long form like cosplay, and as personal as cosplay when you literally are the canvas. That takes cojones. And the fact that anyone shows up, I don't care if you have like a store-bought Halloween costume, does not matter. If you got a $3,000 armor set, ballroom, screen accurate, whatever, we get out there and we show up in person, in real time, while people are also taking pictures that end up on the internet forever until the servers die and the robots consume us all. But I will always champion cosplayers for showing up, no matter how decked out they are, whatever they look like. It takes a lot just to show up and be there. So, to all of you in the chat, cosplayers, for people that love cosplayers, follow cosplayers, support cosplayers, like, yeah, 100%. Getting me heated, getting passionate about it. But I've always felt that, and I always feel like we We don't give ourselves enough credit because it's a lot. It is absolutely a lot. And it's great to see people doing what they love. Full stop. Joke one I do that I like is passion flower tea. Ooh, that you get from our grower here in Texas. Oh, you've got that local tea. Ooh, that sounds delicious. Is it a white tea? Passion fruit or passion flower usually I feel like is like white or oolong. But tell me if I'm wrong. Angelo, my dream would be to go to Dragon Con. Looks so fun. Agreed, and I'm so glad that I'm finally going this year. Finally. Corgi, can I get an amen? Amen. And yes, Bane, you are literally wearing your passion and sharing that with others in real time, in person. We're doing it. Oh, Angelo, thank you. We salute each other. We build up each other, and that's why it's so frustrating when there's people that want to try to like break that rule for whatever reason, and it's like this is the antithesis of what we're doing here. Like, what are you doing? You came to a construction site with a wrecking ball? No, man. Take that somewhere else. Dismantle the establishment, not the community. Nesto, your OC is partly inspired by all the cool and passionate cosplayers I've met or followed. Cosplay is rad. Hell yeah. I love that. Also, anytime someone's got an OC, I'm like, tell me everything. Drop the lore. I can't drop the needle because the record's over, but drop the lore. Grinch, you're pushing the Dragon Con agenda, and I love that. I will never say that I'm a cosplayer but I cosplay because I get to show my art, love, joy, or humor in living color and be in the energy. My man, that makes you a cosplayer. I had to read this a couple times. Yeah, that's literally the goal. That is everything. So yeah, you're a cosplayer. One of us. Absolutely. And thanks for being one of us consistently. Because you've been doing some amazing art for a long time, and I am thankful to have been a part of it for as many years as I have. That's really cool. And Bane, what is my favorite track on this album, by the way? Oh, that's a good one. I mean, Pretty in Pink is up there. Like, I know it is the single, but it's up there. Dumb Waiters was the first single. Mr. Jones is the second track. That was actually the first single, and they had a demo version. So this is obviously the original first album, 81. They did a reissue in 2002 that had 3 bonus tracks on it. And one of them was the demo for Mr. Jones that technically came out a year before the album. I like it. I like the original album. Like, I want the original track list. And it wasn't like 3 new tracks. Like, one was like it was like a demo, a live, and like a radio edit, like a different edit, but they weren't completely different songs. So I was like, not crazy about it. So I would say Pretty in Pink would be up there, and All of This and Nothing, which is a B-side. It's the last track. All of This and Nothing. They just speak to me. Very, very good jams. And I think in my... I posted a quick story that I'd be going live tonight, and I used Love My Way, which I also really like, but that didn't come out until later. All in all, just a great album to listen to. I feel like all of the songs flow together really nicely. There aren't any that seem out of place or like a too much of a standout track in the wrong way. So I think they definitely had their vision and they stuck to it. Yours is I Want to Sleep with You, especially hits hard with how dystopian the dating pool is. That is very relatable. I mean, it's just rough to find connection to spirit. I mean, we're literally the cosplay conversation. People can't even have a normal conversation meeting someone when you're in the same place, doing the same thing, liking the same thing. They still manage to screw that up. Can't even think about like the dating side. Like, I've had friends for X amount of years that go off the deep end. I'm like, oh my God, I can't trust anybody. This is crazy. And then it's like, no. That's what they want you to think. There's good people all around, but it's the bad people and the weirdos, the zeros, that want to drag everybody else down with them. So tough to rise above, but there's definitely good stuff out there, good people out there. Oh no, Angela, we have a dating puddle in Northern AZ. Yeah, man. It's rough. But not impossible. Not impossible. So I don't want to be I want to be a realistic Rachel and not a Debbie Downer. But I think that with more events, like, because I mean, we got like KikoriCon, right, and Flag. So I feel like if we had a little bit more in the area, just opportunities to have more like minds together, I feel like that's always a good thing. Even if you're not for like dating, just like friends and just like things to do. Yes, we cannot lose faith. We cannot lose faith. So there's good people all around. We just gotta find them. Pull them out of their shells and say, hey, you're cool. Grinch, you found the love of your life because of cons and cosplay. Oh, I love that for you. I hope everyone can find that kind of joy. Absolutely. I am very much a like super wingman for people. I want to see people happy. I want to see people with their person or persons, whatever that looks like. I'm just like, yeah, get them. I'm like, you're great. You're great. You should just be great together. And then I can be just cheering you on from the sidelines. Angelo, thanks for having you. Of course. I know we went a wee bit over, but that's okay. It was awesome. Nice to meet all of you, and great to chat again. You are near Sedona. Friends sound nice. Well, if it's any little bit of sliver, they'll be here. There's some very good people in this chat. Very good people in this chat. And even the people that aren't in the chat. Wonderful lurkers. I see you. I appreciate you. Bane, you are a hopeless romantic that also wants everyone to find their soulmate and be happy. Yes. Like, that's what I want people to find their art. Like, I want their soul to be happy. I want their creativeness to be happy. I want their mind to be happy. And I want their relationships to be happy. That means family, friends, romantic, everything else. Like, I want good things for people. It's important to be good. And on that note, everyone, be good, be excellent to each other. I've heard that somewhere. And we will all find our loves, if it is on wax, if it is on a con floor, if it is in a pile of kittens that I need to get to. They make me feel very loved. So, wherever that may be. Oh, this is me sending all the love vibes out to all of you. Killing Joke, thank you. Have a great night. So glad that you caught the stream. Thanks so much for chatting. Everybody, have a fantastic night. I appreciate you all of my love. And these are indeed a hint at psychedelic mushrooms for our psychedelic furs. So I'm going to go take care of those little furs that are downstairs. And I wish you all the best and a fantastic night.